I'm no expert, but I know technical analysis for stock trading. And what little I've learned about binary options, the very first thing that came to mind as a strategy for trading in binary options was to look at it technically. I don't think there would be any way that you could do any sort of fundamental analysis on binary options. I just don't. And that's where I think a lot of people get tripped up in binary options. Can a beginner make money with binary options? Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Now, I'm going to do, this is a series. I'm going to do this series on binary options. Hey, Nadix, if you're listening, you are welcome to sponsor this series. I'm not joking. If I go crazy and I start complaining about the views, please remind me of this statement that I'm about to say right now. There are very few views in binary options. So the other day when I was complaining about the views on my video, I then looked around and literally there were people with 50 views on 3-year-old videos for binary options. It's not a very heavily trafficked thing because nobody knows about it. I only just, a couple of years ago learned about binary options, and everything that I saw was all a bunch of scams. Any legitimate video that I saw on binary options had very few views. Of course, any video that said, join our group, we're going to make you millions of dollars trading binary options, of course, those had thousands and thousands of views. And the videos didn't talk about anything. They didn't talk about strategy. They didn't talk about analysis whatsoever. One guy is sitting there in his underwear. I don't know if that was a way to get way to get people to watch the video or trade with it. I don't know. Don't ask me. If I'm ever in my underwear, you're not going to see me. I'm going to be doing a voiceover. Anyway, can a beginner make money with binary options? Binary options trading is often done by beginners, but can a beginner really make money doing binary options? The easy answer that many want to hear, of course, is that sure they can. They think that all a trader needs to do is go on one hot streak. They say to themselves, just 10 wins in a row, and all of a sudden I will be a new trading mogul. People looking for quick money think that they can quit while they are ahead on a hot streak and go home richer than they could possibly imagine. The problem with this dream is, however, how often does this really happen? Let's just say a lot of brokers would never be in business if it happened very often that beginners made money. Beginners of anything have dreams of being smarter, better, and luckier than anyone else who has ever done something. But the harsh reality is that trading is, in any form, not easy. Especially when it comes to making money from trading. It takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to learning. Now, this is why I hesitate to do anything about stocks, because trying to teach you about stocks in a video, even 20 videos, I think is hard. That's why I said I'm going to do all of these animations and do all this stuff so you can readily see exactly what I'm doing with and I very narrowed it down to dividend income portfolio. I'm not doing a full-blown hedge with the portfolio. This gold over here, silver over here, oil and gas, pork bellies, blue chips, technologies, REITs. I'm not doing all that. I'm just doing, if that happens to get in there, it's all based on the whole dividend income that it produces, and in the analysis, does it meet the requirements for analysis? This will not be in that because this is a one-shot deal. When a beginner goes in unprepared trading binary options, the broker will feast on them. New traders often make mistakes such as taking way too big a position on one trade, taking a bad loss, and then staying way too small the next 5 times. They may even experience winning easily on small trades, but they never make back the big loss. New traders take way too many trades, let emotions control their trading, and don't have the self-control to stay out of low percentage trading. And this is probably why I am the way I am today. When people come onto my channel and I'm talking politics, and I say I'm talking about maybe the gay marriage, or I'm talking about the women's feminist stuff, and I just say stuff just flat out, it's because I've had to learn to control my emotions. If any of you want to trade stocks, you have to learn to control your emotions to the point that you do not have any. To the point that you do not become invested. Can you have the mental fortitude that if your house burned down to the ground and not a scrap of anything left, that you could turn around and go, well, I'm glad I have insurance. And that be the it. Can you do that? I'm telling you, if you want to trade stocks, that will be the extent of the emotions that you should be capable of exhibiting. Okay? After knowing all the pitfalls, why would a new trader ever decide to open a binary options account and become a trader? Well, they do it because they have the power to win systematically if they have some intelligence and a plan on their side. A new trader needs to understand the most common pitfalls. Otherwise, they may not even know that they are making a mistake while they do it. With that in mind, here are the most common mistakes. Now, before I get into this, every mistake that you made, every loss that you take, you need to stop, sit down, and analyze where you went wrong. So many people are not of the mind to stop and take stock. Just like divorce. And why are people marrying 4 and 5 times? Because the very first divorce, they don't stop and take stock of where they went wrong. This includes women and men. Oh, yes. 70% of all the divorces are caused by women. And then the women then go through 3 and 4 marriages and never stop and go, hey, there might be something wrong with me. Maybe I can't have my way. Maybe I can't expect my husband to do all of the work and pay attention to me and give me all of the freedom that I want. Maybe marriage is an actual compromise and that I have to adjust myself to the personality of another human. I'm trying to give you examples, real world examples of something that is so abstract, stocks, that you couldn't understand otherwise. If I say to you, you need to stop and take stock of what your losses and analyze your losses, that doesn't mean a lot to most anybody. But if I say you got a divorce and then you went through 2 and 3 more marriages and you never stopped to take stock of what was going wrong and that maybe you are the problem. If you get divorced once, remarry, and you stay married, okay, there you go. But if you get divorced twice, you're the problem. And you need to sit down and take a look at that. Maybe the person that you're currently married to is just being nice. Maybe they're just being lazy and don't want to get married. But in stocks, there is no just being nice. Your broker's not going to be nice to you. The stock market is not going to be nice to you. They're not going to be lazy. They're going to run over you with a big semi truck. Humans can be lazy. They can be nice. They can put up with your trash. The stock market. Okay, have I put the fear of God in this and you yet? Good. Number 1. These are 5 things. Number 1, not taking every trade with a purpose. Beginners often find themselves taking trades based on a feeling or out of boredom. This is a surefire way to make a broker rich. Never enter into a trade without a defined thesis as to why you're doing it. Think the trade over rationally before entering. Is your thesis really valid? Is it strong? What do you estimate the probability of winning given your experience? Are you hoping for the best outcome or considering the most likely outcome? Make every trade count. Number 2, letting emotion influence when a trade is entered into or how big the size of the trade becomes. Never let emotion influence your trading. Good or bad, it will never help you. Trading is for cool, rational thought, striving to systematically take profits. Number 3, taking way too big sized trades. Understand that you are going to have losses along the way. Even the best professionals do. Never let one trade significantly affect your account balance in any way that would affect your future trading. A good rule of thumb is never to take on a trade bigger than 1/15 of your total account value. With binary options, I would recommend 1 out of 20. Number 4, not learning from mistakes and repeating them over and over. Keep a trading journal. Jot down a quick sentence or two whenever you learn something new. Do whatever you need to do to prevent yourself from repeating mistakes. And then at the end of the trading day, go over that journal. I have a very bad habit of doing something completely new, learning something completely new, following step by step, researching, doing it, and then a month later, completely forgetting it. And when I say completely forgetting it, I mean completely forgetting it, to the point where I can't even remember the search words that I put in to even start the journey. How crazy is that? So keep a journal, jot down stuff that you learned new that you did not know before, and review it nightly. Number 5, becoming frustrated and quitting right before you get good. The difference between making a lot of money systematically and losing money can be very narrow. Don't let frustration keep you from realizing your ultimate goal. Understand that there will be lumps along the way, but there will always also be victories, and the lumps make the victories feel so much better and sweeter. Now, this is why I really hesitate, and this is why exactly I said on my other video, be prepared to lose all the money that you invest your first year. What am I doing? I'm building an expectation of loss. And I'm also trying to instill in you an expectation that the loss is simply a cost of learning. The loss is simply a cost of learning. You're not going to school. This is your school. Is that $10,000? Is that $50,000? Whatever you're doing. Now, I had people come into my channel and say, you don't need to. That is not the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video is to build an expectation of loss, to understand that you will lose, and to build an expectation of learning your first year. I don't know why people think that they know better than I do. I would think if they knew better than I do, that they would go out and start writing books on the subject, that they would have an investing channel, that they would have videos on YouTube, that they would have a following about investing on Twitter, on Facebook, something, anything. But no, they want to come into my channel and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. What does that do? All that does is for somebody who's skittish about investing to begin with, bit the bullet, try to do research, come across my channel about investing and finance and what have you, clicked on my video, listened to my video, and then read the comments about, you don't know what you're talking about. So that completely throws away the 15 minutes that they've just listened to, because people are scared. So please don't come into my channel. You don't have not one book written. You don't even have a damn YouTube channel with 0 videos on it. I know exactly what I'm doing, and my videos all have a purpose. What did I say? $50,000. Oh, you don't need an account. I'm not talking about an account. I'm talking about $50,000 that you will go through. $1 million. What does that do? That builds an expectation that if you spent $500 and lost all $500, you would think back to, well, Shakaama said it's more like $10,000. And if you lose $10,000, well, Shakaama said it's more like $50,000. You lose $50,000. Well, Shakaama said it's more like $100,000. So I better keep going and learning. This is my stupid investor voice that I'm trying to portray. I don't know what kind of voice I should be doing. Okay, how can a newbie make money? Even with so many ways to mess up, beginners to binary options trading can make money if they work hard and follow a system. Everything takes a system. If you follow a system, not only can you be good at it, but you know what? You can sell your system. You can create a corporation around the system, whatever that system is. And this applies to everything in life, not just binary options. The key to binary options trading is to control risk. A trader never loses too much money on any particular trade. This applies to all trading. All trading is about minimizing risk and controlling risk, minimizing losses and controlling risk. Hypothetically, a trader has a 50% chance of being correct on any trade, whether they buy or a call or a put option. To make money, a trader only needs to be correct on about 60% of the trades that they take. This means that of the trades that a beginner with absolute no knowledge would take, they need to figure out how to turn about 20% of them into winning trades. Here are 5 methods of how to make money in binary options. Use a signaling service. While most are not going to give a trader significantly better than random chance of making money, they should still tilt the odds into the trader's favor. This is all any trader can ask for. There are paid services out there such as Elite Trader, but even a free service from a site like Bar Chart can give you the edge you need. Now, I'm not endorsing anything. I'm not recommending anything. I'm not endorsing anything. I am simply trying to point you into the direction of something that's available. Something, anything, okay? So if any word comes out of my mouth, I am simply pointing, I'm not recommending anything. Number 2, learn to use technical indicators. Technical trading involves using strictly price action, price charts, to predict future movements. There are a lot of indicators out there, but some of the most commonly involved using moving averages. Example of popular indicators are MACD, Relative Strength Index, and Bollinger Bands. If you can find an indicator that works well for the security you are trading, you can gain the edge you need in order to turn some of your would-be losing trades into winners. Concentrate on that point. Number 3, trade stocks before trading binary options. Stock trading is less volatile for a trader's account than binary options trading, as long as the trader does not use leverage and sticks to security priced over $5. If you can, I don't know why I'm looking. I keep looking as if I'm talking to somebody. This is okay. If you can figure out how to be correct on more than 50% of your stock trades, you can take what you learn and apply it to binary options. Need to stop looking over there. To multiply your earnings power. Number 4, my house is haunted, by the way. So I might be looking over there at something that's probably catching my eye and I'm just not conscious of it. Number 4, track your performance in each binary option security. Most people will be better at trading some stocks or commodities or currency pair than they are at others. The simplified reason for this is that each particular symbol will move differently than the others because each one has its own characteristics and traders involved in moving the price. If you find a handful of option trades that you are consistently profitable in, stick with what works and increase your size. You don't need to waste your time and money in unprofitable trading. Number 5, buy the right option length for your trading style. Some trading styles will work better over very short-term trades and some will work better over trades held for a long time. Know your style and appropriate length option should you buy. A value investor, for instance, will not be sensitive to price changes over 1 minute option, but may be correct on a super high percentage of trades over a 6-month period. Now, what is that talking about for those who are clueless? Now you need to go rewind and look at my first binary option video, but quickly, you can trade very, very short term, like a couple of hours in a day. It'll start and stop, half the day, the entire day, and then ends at end of trade, the week, month, and it goes up in periods like that. But for review, go watch the first binary option video. I explained it in a bit more detail. Now, should a beginner trade in binary options? Like I said, it's very simple, but it's very complex. I would recommend that you paper trade. Technical trading on paper. A lot of the brokers will have a platform where you can use their platform for paper trading for an entire year. I would recommend that first before you do anything else. Paper trade. And if on paper you come out a winner, use that as an indicator that you might be good. But here's another warning. I'm always putting the fear of God into you. Here's a warning. When you're paper trading, you're like a paper tiger. You think you have teeth. You think you have a roar. You think you have claws. But as soon as you turn into a real tiger, the elephant tramples you. The other lions will steal your kills. It's a completely different story of being in the real mix. Paper trading is an indicator. All you should take away from paper trading, even if you're doing it for an entire year, is that you're learning what you're looking at. You're learning the terminology. You're learning all of the fringe or outskirt sort of thing about trading, but never think that your trading is the real deal, because when you get your money involved and it's real money and it's your money that you're going to be losing, that's when it gets real, right? And that's when your emotions kick in and you go, oh no, I lost $10,000 on that one trade. Oh my God. That's a different story than when you're paper trading and you lose 10,000. Oh, that's no big deal, right? You understand? Completely different. Understand, paper trading is just so you get familiar with what you're doing. Hopefully you'll be so familiar that you'll learn some techniques. You'll create a system, and that system will be so planned out that by the time you put real money into it, you will come out ahead. That's my advice. I'm sticking to it. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.